Hey, Coyote Nation, happy Tuesday to you. Look at this. My goodness.
Yeah, buddy.
Gracious.
Yeah.
This is a gorgeous day in the Ozarks. You know, there's not a bad day in the Ozarks, is there?
Haven't had one yet.
You
Been
know,
here a lot of years.
I sit up here on the Coyote Deck in the middle of winter, and I love it. I mean, it's beautiful, right?
It is.
And you sit up here on the Coyote Deck in the middle of summer, and it's beautiful. It's just hard to get away from the beautiful here, you know? And one of the reasons is because of this man right here. Yep, you got it. It's Tuesday. That means
Beauty.
we've got Rounder from KC
Oh,
and the
that too,
Roundman
yeah.
Show. But it is beauty. It is model beauty. I mean, I think you got the radio job because of your beauty, right?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I have a face for radio.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think a lot of us do. That's for sure. Well, you know, in TV now, they're hiring all those beautiful people. It doesn't matter whether they can talk or not.
Isn't that the truth?
It is the truth. Yeah. As long as they're beautiful, that works.
Bring Jack Buck back.
Oh, yeah. Don't you miss the greats?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
the guy from the Dodgers. What was his name?
Vin Scully.
Oh.
Right? Didn't get much better than Vin
Oh,
Scully.
he was awesome. I know.
Those were some greats, man. That's for sure. We're showing our age now.
I know.
You know?
I know.
So you can see the Roundman is with us, as he usually is on Tuesdays, and you are decked out in Cardinals garb, as you always are. So what's the story behind your hat and your shirt and your bat? You've got a bat with you today.
Well, everybody tells me to get rid of this hat because it's all crumpled and everything, you know. But once you get a hat that you like and it fits right, it's like a pair of jeans, you know. I'm not getting rid of it. I like it.
No, heck no, don't get rid of
And
that.
I don't know where I got this shirt. What's it say on the back of it?
That says Holiday number 7.
I remember him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't too long ago.
It
was
wasn't. No.
So now, is there a story? Sometimes I see 2 birds on the bat, and sometimes I just see 1 bird on the bat. But all the uniforms have 2 birds, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the 1 bird.
I haven't been able to figure that out yet, so I'm not quite sure
don't
what's
know
up.
about that.
If you know, send us a note to Coyote Chris at.
Is that down here somewhere?
I think that's right there.
Right
yeah,
here, okay.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
Just send me an email and let me know what's up between the 2 birds and the 1 bird. I'm new to Coyote Nation. Kind of. I've almost been here a year now.
I've never seen the 1 bird on the
Full-time.
back.
I see it on commercials sometimes, or promos, you know, during games. and
Oh,
stuff like
okay.
that. So, but not on uniforms.
Okay.
So, you said going into the season, look out for these Cardinals.
I did.
Right? You said this team has a chance. And during the first half of the year, they had their ups and their downs. They were in first place early on.
And everybody was doubting them,
Yep,
except one guy.
except for one guy. Who was that?
This guy.
That's right. That was Rounder from KC and the Roundman Show. And then they got hot coming out of the All-Star break. They were alone in first place for a couple of days there, tied for first place going into the night, and they open a series against the beloved Cubs.
When Doubleday invented this game, this tonight
Yeah.
is what it was all about. That's what he invented it for, was the Cardinals and the Cubs to face off for sole place of first.
That's right. And it starts tonight because we're dead even. Cardinals and Cubs dead even for first place. They open a 3-game series, and it's been a weird year because each team keeps sweeping the other team at their home park.
Yeah, I know.
Right? You
Yeah.
know, Cubs win them all at Wrigley this year. Cards have been winning them all at Busch this year. Hopefully that will continue in this series.
I do too, but I just take a series win.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
Cubs got a good team.
We got some tough games coming up, too. We got a series on the road against the Dodgers coming up and against the A's. Oakland's pretty good this year. The Brewers are just 1 game behind, so
Yeah.
they're pretty good.
Let's not forget them.
Yeah, absolutely. So trading deadline is tomorrow. And this year the rules are different. They're not going to allow the teams to do any waiver wire trades after the trading deadline, which is July 31st. So if the Cards are going to make a trade, they need to do it before midnight tomorrow. You want them to do anything? You want them to stand pat? What would you like to see?
What do I want them to do, or what do I expect them to do?
What do you want them to do?
I'd like I'd like a double trade. I'd like to see us get a pitcher,
Yeah.
top-notch pitcher, top shelf, and I could use 1 more colossal hitter in the lineup.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Now, not that we don't have a great team. We've got a great team, and that's the problem. I don't know who we would trade. I don't know how that all works. And I got to tell you, I don't think Mozeliak.
Mozeliak, right?
Thank you.
John Mozeliak.
Let's just call him
It
John.
took
Let's
me
just
a
call
while
him
to
John.
get that down.
I don't think John's going to make any trades.
Really, it's just going to stay in pat.
I think so.
You know what the beauty of this team is, though, is that they've had a bunch of injuries lately, and they've called up a lot of the young guys from the minors. I mean, O'Neill and Edmund and, just a bunch of these guys. And they have all just been playing magnificent. Yeah. They're the ones that have put the Cards on the hot streak and taken them to first place.
That's right.
So that being said, the future is very bright for this team. That's also might open the door for trading some of those veterans away to get maybe that pitcher or the hitter that you're talking about.
Those veterans have some pretty good salaries, too.
They do. They have
it tougher.
A lot of money. Yeah. I mean, we're talking rounder money.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I mean, that's Casey and the Roundman show up there. Speaking of that, what's going on with Casey and the Roundman show? You guys just seem to be rocking and rolling, and I listen, and almost every day I hear new callers calling into the Secret Sound.
Yeah, you wouldn't think after all these years there'd still be new ones out there, but they are, and it really makes us happy to hear them, too, because we try to ask them, are you a new listener? And a lot of times, no, I've been listening for years, but I just finally called in, and it makes us feel good that they feel comfortable enough to do that.
Yeah, because it does actually take kind of some guts to call in,
It really does.
And once you do it, you'll find out that it's easy and it's fine, and these guys are nice and stuff like that. But
not really.
Yeah, well,
no.
Yeah, okay. And in the Casey and the Roundman show, best show in the Ozarks by far. Nothing else is even close. But hopefully we've got something that will come close. You've got a new morning show that started on the Coyote.
I'm so proud of our new morning show. Just started yesterday.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's called Crystal and the Bear.
Yeah.
And they just seem to get along really good. The show flows. I think they're going to be great as soon as they find their water level, and people get used to them. I think it's going to be a great morning show. I'm very excited about it.
I do too. I tuned in. Yesterday was their first day, and I tuned in, and I'm like, wow, this is really good for a first show.
I know.
So, and they're just going to get better and better and better as they, get to know each other better.
Yeah.
Crystal is Coyote Crystal, who you see right here on the video.
Right.
And I believe we'll have her here on the Coyote Deck on Thursday, so we'll find out what's going on with that morning show. And the Bear, I think, lives here.
He does.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's all local, it's all live, and it's good. So, so you got to tune in. If you haven't tuned into the morning show on the Coyote in a while, be sure to do that tomorrow morning.
And we're giving away lots of concert tickets this week, too, so stay tuned for that.
Wow. Who's in concert?
I don't know.
Don't you love Roundman?
I don't know. I don't really know. Well, there's so many.
There are so many.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said, yeah, I go into the grocery store, and I see a rock star. I mean, that's the way this community has become.
Isn't that one of the beautiful things? This area is like that. The #1 recreational lake in the United States,
right?
I believe, which is stunning when you think about what that says for this area and for the people, because if it wasn't for the wonderful people of Coyote Nation, we couldn't be that.
Isn't that the truth?
That is the truth.
Yeah.
Yep,
and I hope
absolutely.
people continue to welcome tourists every time they come here, because we need them.
And it's an interesting dynamic. I lived in big cities for most of my life, and here, in the Lake of the Ozarks area, Camdenton, Lebanon, Eldon, all the areas around here, small towns, but since we have so many people coming in, it's bigger than a small town. It's almost like a city a lot of times of the year, because there's so many people coming in.
Yeah, I believe over the 4th of July, the estimate was over 1 million. So when you go from, 35,000 in this county to 1 million?
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty big expansion.
Yeah,
there.
but we all got along.
We did.
And we all had fun, and it worked out good.
And they all listened to 107.9 The Coyote. So be sure to join us, 107.9 The Coyote, best music, best shows. You got to catch my Renegade Radio Sports updates.
Absolutely.
Right around 35 past the hour, from 6:35 in the morning to 6:35 in the evening.
Had a very nice compliment about you over the weekend, and you know who I'm talking about, Kevin Johnson.
Yeah,
over at Sigger Toyota.
Right, yeah.
Said you can't help but listen to his sports.
Wow.
You turn it up to hear the sports show, and you can't ask for more than that.
Wow, that is so cool. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, you really just can't go wrong on the Coyote, because you turn it on, you're going to get something good. It's either going to be music or shows or sports or whatever. And right now we've got Jason, our director of business development. He's our Chiefs resident.
Oh my gosh, this guy! Did you know that he's never sat down during a Kansas City Chiefs ball game?
Yeah, he's just so keyed up.
He just paces.
He is the super fan.
He definitely is.
So Casey and the Roundman decided to send him to training camp, Chiefs training camp, and he's just doing a fantastic job.
I thought you decided to do that.
Well, I think we decided that together.
Okay,
right.
all right.
And Econo Lift came in and helped us out. So
these people are awesome. Every time we have a special event like this, they step up.
Yep. Love those people.
Yeah.
And Jason's doing a great job there in St. Joe at training camp. And sending back video on Facebook. If you haven't followed us on Facebook yet, you got to do that.
Oh, please do.
Just follow us on Facebook. You'll see all of these videos that Jason is sending from training camp. He's like 2 feet away from Patrick Mahomes, and he comes home and he's talking about this love affair that he's having with Patrick Mahomes. But it's a lot of fun, and we're having fun, and hopefully it's coming across that way.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I do too. So before we leave the Coyote Deck today with the Roundman, what's the bat? What's the story behind the bat you've got?
Well, this is part of my paraphernalia.
Right.
This is a commemorative bat.
Yeah. Mark McGuire.
Mark McGuire. This is a duplicate of the bat that he hit number 62 with.
Home run number 62.
At 8:18 Central Daylight Time.
Yeah.
He stepped to the bat and lined the first pitch 341 feet over the left field wall.
Limited edition, 147 of 19,998.
19,998. Yeah,
a limited edition.
147.
Wow.
And there were 3 in this series, and I have all 3.
Wow. So where do you keep all this? I mean, maybe we shouldn't tell people, because
It's okay.
It's under vault, lock and key.
No. It's in my bar downstairs.
Oh, well,
and
there you go.
The adjoining bedroom. It's all Cardinal. The whole thing.
I've been there. I've seen it. It's beautiful. Yeah.
I've even.
Now, do you let Cub fans stay in the Cardinal room?
I insist they stay there. It's good for them.
Maybe a little therapy, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's not a whole lot good about a Cub fan. I think if you get them to stay in a Cardinal room, it's probably good for them.
Yeah.
It sure can't hurt.
It'd probably help, absolutely. Yeah. This day in sports history, on this day, and I know you'll remember this, in 1980, remember Houston Astro pitcher J.R. Richard, how great he was?
I do.
This was the day he had that stroke. He suffered a stroke on this day.
Yeah.
And in 1982, on this day, the Atlanta Braves removed Chief Nakahoma to make room for more seats. Yeah. I like Chief Nakahoma.
I did too. I miss you, Chief.
Don't like the Braves, but Chief
Nakahoma's
good. Yeah,
so the Braves are okay in a pinch.
And our quote of the day is from great football coach Ara Parseghian, right? From Notre Dame.
Yes.
And we tend to kind of bridge the sports world and the business world, right? As you do, because you own the Coyote, right? So Ara said, a good coach will make his players see what they can be rather than what they are.
Yeah.
That's what a good boss does, too. He helps, or she helps their employees see what they can be instead of just what they are.
And you should carry a big bat. That helps too.
Absolutely. Rounder, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for being with me.
Coyote Deck. Go Cardinals against the Cubs tonight. And until the next time, God bless you.